This is Hurricane Helms. Keep listening to The Roman Show. And if not, what's up with that?
All right, Rodolph Roman of The Roman Show with Hurricane Helms. What a pleasure to have you here, sir. And what a great event here at the Florida SuperCon. I see long lines for you earlier today, yesterday. Some of the people, some of the conversations that you have here with some of the fans.
It's very interesting. You know, a lot of people can't see some of the indie stuff I've done throughout the world since I left WWE. And so because it's not on television, so they just ask me about it. You know, there's a, admiration. And I admire them for sticking with me all these years. You know, this is going into my 23rd year. Definitely not as young as people think I am. So it's mutual admiration. They admire me, but I'm telling you, I admire them just for sticking with me through it all.
And that's right. You have had a lot of experience in the indies after the WWE. Anything in particular that you're looking forward to the folks should know about, that they should attend and watch you in action?
Everything. I was like the first social media guy. So if you're on Twitter, @ShaneHelmsCom, I put everything on there. Anything I got coming up, I make sure my fans know. I do my best to let them know. I actually made an iPhone app called I'm a Wrestling Fan. Little I, MMA, Wrestling Fan. And it puts out, what we do is we put all the WWE shows in there, TNA, and all the indie shows near you. And it's free, and you can go and find any indie show near you, not just ones that I'm on. It's not just about me. It's trying to help other indie guys get noticed, get seen, help the indie world, which is just tremendous right now. The indie world is flooded with talent.
How cool is that? Now, I got to ask you, because when you were starting off, we didn't have technology, but here you are. In a way, you're giving back to these guys, these young girls, too, that are trying to make a name for themselves in the sport.
Well, one thing that kind of bothered me, and, not to be too negative, but I would always hear about, other WWE stars when they leave, and everybody says they're giving back, but nobody ever does anything. And so I was like, man, I can go out and I can do these shows, and I can help these shows get bigger. Like I said, this app we made, this is like a $10,000 app that we made for free, just so that people could go out and find independent wrestling shows and go to them. So at least for this one thing, I did give back. And like this show tonight, we're at this Florida SuperCon, and they called it SuperCon because of me. That's not true at all, but I like to tell myself that.
Oh, we have the cape. I was just
I got the cape, and there's a wrestling show on tonight, and I don't think they thought they could afford me, but I say I'll do the show. Don't worry about it. I'll do the show. There's going to be other guys dressed up like superheroes and supervillains. I'll be there. Don't worry about it.
But you're the original.
Oh, without a doubt. Basically, everybody's going to be stealing my gimmick, but for this one night, and 2 nights only, tonight, tomorrow, it's okay.
And Hurricane, any chances of you possibly going to TNA or WWE? You've thought about it, or you're just happy right now where you are at?
Well, I'm definitely very happy where I'm at in life right now. I'm a new dad. I love spending, staying at home, spending time with my family. But the contract I have right now ends in January of 2014. And then there's a very good chance that you'll see me pop up on TV again.
If you were to think of one guy right now that you'd like to wrestle, anyone in particular that's caught your eye or attention, like, gosh, I want to wrestle that guy because I know him and I will do a great job?
Well, not necessarily that we'll do a good job, because I can have a good match with anybody. It's the reason I've been around for so long and lasted for so long is I can adapt to anybody's style. The top guy in the business right now, in my humble opinion, is Daniel Bryan. So if I was in WWE right now, I'd want to match with him just because of the reaction he gets from the crowd. That's what we do, Luckily, the crowd was always nice to me and always kind of gave me a good reaction. But right now, I think his reaction is beating everybody else. He's the top guy in the business at this moment right now. So if I was in WWE, he'd be the guy I want.
Did you follow him while he was in the independents by any chance?
Oh, yeah, I definitely knew of Daniel Bryan. Even when I was in WWE, I always watched all kinds of wrestling. I'm not just a WWE fan. I'm a wrestling fan. I still watch TNA. I watch it, I still get my DVDs. We don't get tapes no more. We get DVDs now from Japan and stuff like that. So, yeah, I knew of Daniel Bryan. I didn't expect, and nobody did expect him to blow up like he did, though. It's amazing to have seen.
How important is it for a guy like yourself that was in the WWE and you watch these videos, and how would you use that, incorporate that in your matches?
I've always been a student of the game. I try not to just go out and just straight out steal somebody's stuff. If I'm going to do something that I've been inspired by, I try to modify it. When I brought the Shining Wizard to America, I changed it into a running enziguri. And when I went back to Japan, then after that, the Great Muta actually thanked me for keeping the name, even though I changed it to an enziguri. And then he goes, I like your version too. And so then that was the biggest pat on the back I could have got. But going on further into that, when I see stuff that I like, man, I'm still a student of the game. I think that's how you stay good, is you continue to evolve and you continue to add stuff to your little bag of tricks.
I really appreciate your humbleness, man. Not too much you see that often. Now, I got to talk to you about this comic book, Headlock Chronicles. you contribute a portion to this, and there's other wrestlers like Jerry Lawler. He does some of the artwork here. What can you tell us about this comic book?
It's a great concept. You know, it combines my two worlds, comics and wrestling. And I think we got a lot of crossover fans that love both. And Michael Kingston is the guy that put it out. And I think it's just a great concept. And I think, you know, if we get some steam behind it, it could be something that's really popular. I can see movies coming out of this. But I love comic books and I love wrestling, so it's a perfect fit for me.
One thing I took notice of this, and I'll make sure we'll put the link to this, but it's a cool artwork. It's very detailed, and I'm not really sure. I guess I just took a glimpse or two, but I see a little graphic too. So it's like pretty much for real cool comic book fans.
Yeah. It's an insider too. You know, it's not just straight, you know, character driven or anything like that. But and character, I mean like my type of character. But it's a bit of a shoot, you know, to use the wrestling terminology. It's good. I think anybody that picks it up will like it.
So they'll know a little bit of what's going on behind the scenes reading this stuff right here. Just to let you know. Hurricane, thank you so very much. Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Thank you so very much. Thank you.